Hi everyone! Welcome to Artsonia's After School Art Club. Today, we have a fun art project from Mr. Melvin, an art teacher from Wisconsin. Hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to have your artwork uploaded to your Artsonia gallery.
Hello artists, and welcome to Mr. Melvin Makes. Today I would like to make something really magical with you all. I'm going to be making a magic hat with a rabbit inside for today's drawing. For today's activity, you're going to need some drawing supplies like a pencil, markers, crayons. You're also going to need a sheet of drawing paper like this, and then lastly you'll need a pair of scissors. By the end of our project today, I believe you'll be saying "ta-da" to your friends and family. So let's go ahead and get started. After I've got my drawing supplies ready, I like to go ahead and fold my paper like this so that I can turn my rectangle paper into a square. I'm going to need this top strip for my rabbit and the bottom square for my magic hat. So I'll show you that again. Just fold from the corner up so that this line lines up on from here to there. Next, what I want to do is I want to use my pencil to trace right on this fold. So I'm just carefully and slowly drawing a line straight across that fold. And from here I can actually unfold this so that I have my rectangle ready again. If you look closely, there's the line. Then I use my scissors to cut right on that line. This magic hat is special because it's going to teach you a lot of creative ways that you can use scissors and cutting in ways that can help you with future art projects and definitely help you with this one today. When you're all done cutting like I am here, just set your papers to the side and get your drawing supplies ready. Alright, now I'm ready to start drawing my magic hat and my rabbit. So again, the square paper is going to be for my hat and the skinny rectangle is for my rabbit. I'm going to start with my hat, so I'll put this paper aside and I'm going to start my drawing the safe way with a pencil. Mr. Melvin Makes is always pencil first, that way you can erase if need be. So on my big square paper, I'm going to start by drawing a big oval from side to side. Just like that. So an oval is a lot like a circle, it's just longer and skinnier. Great big oval. I've always kind of got this motto in art. You can draw, let's say, 10 lines. 4 of them can be wrong. 1 of them's right. So I draw kind of a bunch of lines and then go back into it and figure out which lines were the right lines, and I try to erase the rest. After I have my big oval drawn, I want to draw a square underneath for the top part of the hat. This actually might end up being a little bit more of a rectangle, and rather than points, I'm going to have it kind of curve like this. Kind of like the shape of a glass if you want to think about that. Next, I want to draw a smaller oval inside of my first big oval, just about the same size, just like so. And that's going to be the opening of the hat where the rabbit will come out of. From here, I can decorate however I want. I get to be an artist, I get to be creative, and if you're following along too, then you get to be an artist and get to be creative as well. Let's get started. That magic hat looks great. Looks like I'm ready to start drawing my rabbit. Now, I bet you know how to draw a rabbit of your own. If you need some help though, just follow along with me. I'm going to use these 6 steps to help draw my rabbit. But before we get started, I just have a couple of important things to say. First, this channel may be called Mr. Melvin Makes, but that doesn't mean that you can't make too. I make stuff so that you can learn how to really wow yourself. Second, check out my Facebook page, Cole Melvin Art, for these how to draw resources plus other really cool Mr. Melvin art. Alright, let's go ahead and get started drawing this rabbit. For my rabbit, I get started by drawing an upside down triangle just above the middle of my paper with a round or curvy W underneath. The middle of the W touches the bottom point of that triangle. Next, I draw a little rectangle with a line down the middle for the rabbit's teeth. From there, I draw 2 half circles to show the rabbit's cheeks. These circles are kind of like the letter C in a backward C, and they look like that. From there, I want to draw lines to show the top of the rabbit's head, a curvy line like a rainbow, and then a line down for the body. And we're going to bring that line all the way down. Would you look at that? I did a poor job today of following my directions. I missed step number 3 right here. That's okay, I can jump right back to it. We're going to also draw 2 little circles right here and right there. Those are going to be the rabbit's paws. From here, I just need to add details to finish my rabbit. Details like eyes, and details like ears. I might also add in some textures. Textures are areas in a drawing that look like you can feel it. So I'm going to draw just a zigzaggy line above the paws to show the fur of this rabbit's belly. Now the reason I drew the rabbit so long is so that it can work with my magic hat. You'll see a little bit more and get a better idea of that later. Looks like I'm ready to try and work towards finishing this rabbit. Wow, I think both of my drawings look great, and I bet yours do too. Now it's time to cut out each of my drawings by carefully cutting on the line, or bubble cutting if you need to. If you're not sure what bubble cutting is, allow me to show just right here. Bubble cutting is, rather than cutting directly on the line, kind of more cutting a bubble around it. I know for anybody who's starting at cutting, bubble cutting is a great way to kind of develop that skill. So instead of cutting on the line, I cut a bubble around the ears. Then I can go back in and cut away that little area. It's just an easier way to try and cut. A little bit less stressful that way. Boom. All right, follow along and see what I cut. Alright, the last step of this Mr. Melvin Makes is finally here. To get this rabbit to magically appear from that hat, what you need to do is take your hat and fold the paper in half like this, the long way. You don't need to fold it all the way, just crease a little bit right there above the opening of the hat. And with your scissors, make just the tiniest little cut right on the opening of your hat, just like that. Unfold your paper and you'll see that you've made a little cut that you can turn into a little bit of a bigger one for your rabbit to fit through. So fit your scissors in there and just cut along the edge until it's wide enough for your rabbit to fit through, just like this. Careful at this step because you've worked hard up till this point and you're going to keep working hard. It'd be a real shame if you accidentally made a mistake. I wonder what you would do if you accidentally cut something you didn't. Would you use tape to fix it? I know I would. So I think my opening's big enough for my rabbit. Let's test it. But you have to say the magic word, right? Is it abracadabra? And the rabbit appears just like that. My magic hat works. Ta-da! Your magic hat is complete. I want to give you a sincere thank you for checking out my channel today. If you liked this video, please subscribe and check out my other art activities. If you think you know someone who might like Mr. Melvin Makes, go ahead and share this channel with them too. It's always great to share art with other artists. Thank you again and happy making. I hope you enjoy your magic hats.